So as usual, let's first start off with the deck. The deck is made up of 2 layers of 3-axis fiberglass plus 4 layers of electronic fiberglass and bamboo. The length is about 37.5 inches and the width is about 9.5 inches. The max load of the board is 220 pounds and the total weight of the board is just under 27.5 pounds. It has a IP54 water resistance rating, but as usual, I never suggest riding any kind of wet conditions with any electric skateboard. Now it does have a little bit of flex to it, which I like a lot. Not too stiff, not too flexy, and same goes for the concave. Has mellow concave, not too aggressive, doesn't hurt your feet, but definitely keeps you planted very nice when carving. So now for the main attraction, the lights. The lights on this board are phenomenal. They have over 100 different lighting options. Here's a quick montage video showing you only some of the light features this board has to offer. Because if I showed you all of them, it would take over an hour to show. Now some of you may be asking, are the lights visible during the daytime? Now if you're under direct sunlight, then not really. But once you cast any kind of shadow, like riding under a bridge or riding into a parking garage, you'll see the lights illuminate way more. As for the wheels, the Star Pigeon AT is utilizing 155mm by 50mm Hoda all-terrain tires. And honestly, I've never seen these Hoda tires on any production board. If you guys have, comment down below. Now I do like these tires. It's got that street tread pattern that rips it and holds grip very well on the streets and yet can still handle some off-roading. My only complaint, a little bit of wobbling above 27 miles per hour, but that is pretty common with 6-inch tires. As for the trucks, the Star Pigeon AT is utilizing 12-inch double kingpin trucks. They're pretty generic, nothing high-end here, but I must say the stock bushings are pretty bad. So I switch out the bushings to some generic black bushings I had sitting around. I think some are 93 and 95A, including some Evolve black stock bushings as well. So if you purchase their board, they are fully aware of this. So they're gonna include some better quality, harder bushings in the box. Now here's a quick clip with the stock bushings very tight. Okay, look how tight the trucks are. I'd probably say maybe 6 or 7 threads showing. I think on both the front and the rear. Maybe 5 here, maybe 6 there, maybe 6 and 6, something like that. Definitely not loose. Let's check out this turning radius. Basically, one little car spot. And the trucks are really dang tight. Oh, God. As for the battery, the Star Pigeon is utilizing a 12S 3P 15 amp hour 648 watt hour Samsung 50S cells battery. As for range, I'm a 160 pound rider and the temperature was about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I rode in mostly S plus mode, but a little bit in S mode. I got a total of 16.5 miles with the Star Pigeon AT. As for the motors, the Star Pigeon AT is utilizing 5760 170 kV 3300 watts each belt drive motors. And honestly, I've never seen silver motors before. I do really wish there was a bash guard so I can drag the board. It's not crazy heavy, certainly not. It's pretty easy to carry, but you know, with 2-in-1 all-terrain boards, it's always easier to use a bash guard for situations like this. But bash guards aren't just great for easy carrying. It's also when you stand up the board. When you stand up the board, the motor mounts get scratched up, the belt guards get scratched up, and sometimes the motors themselves. As for the ESC, the Star Pigeon AT is utilizing a Jessen FOC ESC pushing 66 amps. And honestly, the power in this board is pretty dang impressive. No jittery throttle curve, no cutouts based on our experience. As for the remote, The Star Pigeon AT is utilizing the standard FOC remote. No complaints from me, simple, easy to use, got all the data you need. You got your cruise control, reverse, 4 speed modes, your battery meters for your board, battery meter for your remote, adjustable braking. You can switch it to miles per hour to kilometers, auto on and off with the push of a button, and an entire back screen menu that lets you fully customize the way the board performs. Okay guys, here we go. Giant hill test, same hill we always use. NICKELEYES Star Pigeon all-terrain version, giant hill, S+ mode, almost full battery. Let's do it. Ooh. Nice. Ooh. Some water. Nice. Let off the throttle a little too early, but that's fine. Yeah, ate up that hill. Very good. Let's check the rider app. 27.1 miles per hour up the giant hill with the NICKELEYES Star Pigeon all-terrain version. Good job, guys. Okay, acceleration test, S+ mode. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. Very good. Ew. Very good power. Okay, guys, here we go. Top speed test on the Star Pigeon AT. 1 bar gone out of 10, up a slight hill. Truck's very tight. Be careful. Here we go. Let's check the rider app. 28.8 miles per hour up a slight hill and 1 bar gone out of 10. I would say about 30 miles per hour, 31 miles per hour is accurate on flat land with an absolute full battery. Okay, let's do a brake test at 15 miles per hour. Brakes are adjustable. They are at 100%. 1, 2, 3, brake. Nice, good. No complaints from me. Okay, let's do a little mid-range power test, which I like on this board. 15 miles per hour. 1, 2, 3, punch it. Nice! Very good. Is it more powerful than an Parsec Nomad or Evolve Diablo? No, but it definitely has plenty of power, more than enough for most riders. Few things worth mentioning. The standard charger that comes with the Star Pigeon all-terrain is a 5 amp charger with a built-in fan. It's also smaller than a dime a dozen 2.5 amp charger. So charging the board from 0 to full in about 3 hours is impressive to me. Now these truck base plates are pretty nice, but the trucks on the base plates are awfully close to the same shredlight symbol. Now this obviously isn't a big deal. This is just me being picky. I'm just thinking since shredlights is so popular, if I was this company, I would have done something else. Now the deck's width as its largest point is about 9.5 inches. It sounds decently wide, but the entire deck isn't that wide. Plus you have the concave to take into consideration. The concave makes it a little bit more narrow. I wear a size 9 shoes and my heel and my toe hang off a little bit.
Now what I don't like is the dramatic difference of S mode. I know S mode is supposed to have less power than S+. I'm thinking like 20-25% less power, but this S mode is more like 60% less power. Watch. 1, 2, 3, go. Look how slow that is. 13, 15, like it's crazy slow. I don't know what it is about these FOC systems. A lot of boards, including Parsec, have this kind of bad tune, I guess I would say. S+ mode is great. S+ mode should be turned down about 20 to 25%, not 60% or 50%. That's just crazy.
Now it will come out of the box like this, but if you click the bottom button 8 times, it'll send you to that back screen menu. Scroll down to S mode, CUR, and turn up the percentage. I turned it up to about 60 to 64%. It gives you that decent amount of power, but still not as much as S Plus. Now you may have seen some of the Bebuff logo branding on the bottom of the deck. Nickeleye's is a partner with Bebuff, but Nickeleye's is based in Florida, but Nickeleye's is a USA offshoot. So if you do have any servicing issues, you will get USA customer service. Final thoughts. Now, when I first got wind of this board, I was thinking that this might be that perfect tasteful upgrade for that ISINWHEEL V10 board. You guys remember that board? Small motors, cheap battery cells, tiny charger, cheap wheels, not enough power, and had these detachable lights that looked pretty cool. But the lights on this board is out of this world. I don't know any other all-terrain board that has this light setup with the power that it has and the amount of light settings it comes with. Now, something like the Backfire Zealot lineup or the Exway Flex lineup, they have really cool lights that are similar to this, but they don't have as many light options as this has, and those are not all-terrain boards. Those are strictly street boards. You know how many times I've seen people get those Exway Flexes or those Backfire Zealots and they're like, hey, how do I put 6 or 7 inch tires on there? You cannot put all-terrain tires on those boards, and those are about the same price as this, and they're not even all-terrain boards. Now, there's a Backfire X6, which is about the same price, but definitely does not have all the light features and light options this has. And it's also a hub drive with less power. So if you finally want to get that all-terrain board with all those crazy amount of lights, kind of like the Exway Paragon had, but even more, just in an all-terrain setup, carby double kingpin, very good power, and USA customer service, use our discount code eSkateUnity at checkout. Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.